Oh, there it is. Down it comes. Down it comes. We're going to do this. We are going to do this. Oop, my finger can't go that low. Oh, no. Oh, okay. We didn't do it. Oh, well. Screw it. You're right, Mrs. Jedi. This is a bunch of bullshit. Yep, we're all over it. Screw it. Nobody drop anymore. That's okay. No one else is watching. They don't even notice yet. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the legally obligated sub, Mrs. Jedi. 8 months. I didn't even know I'd known you that long, much less been streaming that long. So thank you for the resub. You've got another month of Charlie emotes, and really that's all. Charlie and probably the trucks. For the rest of us, the burger, maybe not so much for you, but definitely more access to those emotes for all of the vast Twitch viewing that you do up there when I'm not watching you. I'm only watching you with one eye because I don't want to use two fingers. That's just rude. Welcome in. We are back to SnowRunner Wednesday. I'm about to kick off with the... Well, I guess not kick off. I'm about to resume my hard mode playthrough. It was extremely helpful having Kampu jump in to help out last week. Don't know if that's in the cards this week, so I may be on my own here. If I get stuck someplace, I do have the cash to do recoveries. I do have cash to buy gas. I do not have cash to buy more trucks. So I got a little bit of a limitation I got to work inside of. But I think I had an idea of what I wanted to do next at the end of last stream, but I haven't played this in the meantime. Let me bring this finger into frame here. So I don't exactly remember what that was. I think where I just dropped off some cargo, that is the destination for another contract that's available. And I think it was one that all of the stuff was available on the same side of the river, so it was going to be distinctly possible for me to make this run. But I was worried about gas. I don't remember if I got fueled up before we disconnected last time. So this could be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to switch over to the game view. Now, I have taken a look at that game code 3, 4, 27 times. I think that's a number 1 as opposed to a lowercase l. Almost positive it's not a capital I, so I don't know. We'll try it out. HU617. So it's down in its usual spot, straight down there below, should anyone happen along and want to join in. Let me see where I am. I've got, nothing in storage. Can't afford anything in the store. Although I am up to 10 grand now. That is the first time I've hit 5 digits, I think, in this playthrough. I don't want to hit that button. I want to hit this button. So let's see. Oh, okay. So it's automatically gone to this next one. This is the one I'm thinking of. This is the one where that large fuel trailer sitting right there, it wants to be delivered out here to the factory, which is where I am currently sitting with the big truck with the 5-slot trailer. I gotta remember if I've got something. I think I may still have one cargo item still sitting on this trailer, so I may have to figure out how to deal with that. So there's that one. I believe that tanker actually requires a high saddle, which I don't have currently equipped on this truck. I don't have a different truck that I can go mount one on. There is that bad GMC sitting, yeah, right there. That's one of the original starters that I got to bypass in this run. So that's sitting out there, but I'm thinking the best bet here. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to head back over to the warehouse because I believe the bricks and the metal beams are all accessible here. That's going to take four slot spaces to pick all of those up. So even if I've still got one cargo still sitting on this trailer, I can just leave it here for right now. These warehouses, if I remember this correctly, are not the type where you can drop cargo off and have them hold on to it for you. I think that only works in the crafting zone warehouses. And there may not be any of those in Michigan at all. So I may do best to just carry this extra piece of cargo around with me until I find someplace to deliver it to. And if I make that run, then I can drive back to the garage, swap out saddle, hop over here to collect that tanker and then drop it off last. Because that's going to be all highway driving there. I do have to decide. I think taking this road, assuming I can get myself through this first little morass right there. If I can do that, then the rest of this drive into the warehouse should be fine. And then the other issue I'm going to run into is that I got a full fuel trailer way over here. If it came to it, I could get it with my pickup and just winch it on over because there's nothing really all that technical in the way. So I should be able to drag it over without actually having to hitch up to it. So let me hop into the Fleet Star. No, it did not get fueled up beforehand. Crap. This is gonna suck. Because as it is, I kind of doubt it's even gonna have enough fuel to get over to that fuel tanker on its own. So let's go see. Headlights on, because that's all we got. We are off and running. Audit to make sure that you're not just broadcasting to yourself to let you keep affiliate. Oh, hey, and there's the not like this kid. That did not take long. Where did it go over here? I thought my glass is on. I can't see the little bastard. Hang on. If I actually... Oh, no, there he is. Oh, wow, he got promoted to the top row. Ooh, jeez. I've used him way too much. Okay. Well, it was a brief outage. I'll accept that. So, anyway, I don't think you can stop being an affiliate on Twitch. And if that's the case, then the requirements... I think I want to turn here. The requirements to get up to partner are ludicrous from my perspective. I think you need to have average 75 viewers over however many hours, and yeah, that would be everybody I know watching. That would be enough to pull that off, I guess. But it's nice to have a non-zero number on there, I suppose. Otherwise, it's just me talking to video on demand. I do push all of these up to my YouTube channel because, you know, why not? Got them. At least there's something on there. The YouTube channel actually has a link down in the About Me stuff down below, assuming you are watching on browser. Honestly, I don't know where it lives on the phone. I think if you're on mobile, I have to not be streaming in order for you to see the About Me stuff. But yeah, it's down there somewhere. And then I've been running a Discord server for a while. It has 98% been just me running the TTRPG games that I run a couple of days a week. But I've added a link with what may or may not be a permanent invite down there at the bottom, in case anyone wants to jump in and cause trouble. Not a whole lot out there, but it's available. If nothing else, it's the sort of thing that Nico and KDP would jump into just to cause trouble and grief. So, you know, the usual. Keep pulling. How you doing on gas? 62 liters. Not the best. I may want to consider just driving on up to this gas station. I think it's $4 a liter versus about $2 a liter in town, but you know, what are you gonna do? At least this game doesn't make me pay taxes. For any Americans watching, tax day is Tuesday the 18th. Please plan accordingly. I'm not your mother. I'm not going to make you file. I don't care. If you want to pull that, you know, I'm a free man crap and think somehow that gives you a legal loophole for getting out of it, you feel free to feel that way. I do suspect that there are some agents who will want to challenge that belief, but again, not my problem. doing the wheelie thing again, but I don't think I've actually caused any damage, so doing well for a hard mode run. I keep forgetting. I think these are vehicle spare parts. There aren't enough of them in regular haulage on the game for me to automatically recognize them. I think the more generic supplies have already been delivered. So I think these are vehicle specific. There's gotta be a contract somewhere, sometime. But I'm not there yet. This is the turn to get over to that warehouse. I'm going to leave the trailer here right now. I'm going to run over. I am going to see if I've got enough fuel to get to the full fuel trailer. I'm going to try to save myself some early dollars here. I think these are dollars we're working with. I guess. It seems to be the same currency no matter where you are. So here in Michigan, it would definitely be regular old dollars. Why Russia? Oh, jeez. I'm going to say, why would Russia be using American dollars? Probably because they've got a higher value. And why would Canada take American dollars? Because we're Americans and we just insist on it. We get all rude and jerky about it, so they just get all polite and do it. But also, that way the game doesn't have to do currency conversions, because that could definitely suck. I'm going to waste an extra liter or two here, just to confirm. What this bad boy wants is the high saddle. Can't attach this trailer. Nope, it wants the high saddle. Pretty certain about, but it has been a long time since I pulled that trailer around. It was just a convenient point to stop and double check. So we will cross over here to the farmstead. And I think I pulled that fuel trailer out of the trailer park, but left it on the highway in between the farm and the park. Shouldn't have. Ooh, one more point. Oh, one more point of damage. Little bits here and there. I'm gonna go all wheel because it's a little mucky through here. And screw you, fence. Okay, that occurs to me. I should be honking at fences because they're scared of it. I knocked over a boat trailer. Formed that fence, but didn't quite break it. Oh, okay. Those are sitting in there unpacked. Probably more vehicle spare parts. Someday I'll find that task. Hey, look at that fuel gauge just got to the red, but I also just got to the fuel trailer. Up. Drink up, me little hearties. Go. I'm gonna pop over here real quick. The place beyond the spruces. Okay, it is active. I'm going to bring this back up near that high fuel station. Just because all the way over here on the edge by that park was serving me well when I was going back and forth to town the long way. And I'm not actively going that direction right now. It's going to be a lot more convenient for me to have this up on the mountain highway. Contests are going to have a very low completion rate for me on this playthrough. They frustrate the tarnation out of me in normal mode, and about half of them do. I'm definitely not going to waste fuel and damage and recoveries on them here in hard mode. In addition, you only get 3 shots to complete one in hard mode, and then it shuts off. It does have the small advantage, some of these, on the normal mode, that you can do them over and over, so you could keep farming cash out of them. I would not totally be above doing that here in a hard mode to collect a little extra money here and there, but they make sure that that gets shut down on you. 'Cause otherwise, it wouldn't be as hard, I guess. Although, racking up $1 million, $900 at a time would absolutely suck. But if you could do it without risk of damage, I probably would. I would not do it on stream, though. That would be forever of just watching me drive back and forth and back and forth. That is not fun. Well, okay, that's 90% of what SnowRunner is, but driving back and forth doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, whether you expect the same outcome or not, is definitely boring. If you do expect it, it's insanity. If you don't expect it, it's boring. So it's kind of a lose-lose. Oh boy, we do not pull that hill terribly well, even in all-wheel drive. That tanker is empty. If I was going to go ahead and keep it and fill it, I would rather fill it in town, where it's half the price. This station up here is in case of emergency break glass. Okay, let's go ahead for the warehouse. We're going to pick up the 4 slots of goodies. Then we're going to take those back over to the factory. Oh, wow, I'm racking up the pain. After we drop off the bricks and metal beams at the factory, then we're going to head back this way. At that point, we'll probably want fuel, so we'll swing by that trailer, fill up, and then we can hop over to the garage and back to change out the saddle on this bad boy. Then come back and do the heavy fuel tanker semi-trailer delivery. And we will complete this. This is a contract. This is a big one. Hopefully this comes with some cash award. No, that is not the trailer I want. Ah, up there. Wait a minute. I thought I stopped right in front of the road. I don't see a road here. What's going on? What did I do? I stopped at the wrong one. I've littered the highway with trailers. Now I am suffering the confusion from it. Attach up. I am going to see about sticking to auto here. Other than, yeah, okay, I may already need to get low and slow. Get that differential engaged. Yeah, we're going with the differential. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it likes to throw those front wheels in the air a little bit. I got them over the rocks. Fortunately, that is all I got. Oh, that's not gonna do. Oops. Oh, okay. That was pulling me the wrong way because I was in reverse. Big surprise. Pulled down the tree, but I'm actually moving a little. Keep going. Bend that front end around. I think I grabbed a hold of a tree. Bought me a little motion, but then pulled it down. Here we go, here we go. A little bit of rock kissing. We're good to go. Nice. Not big on hill climbing, but we're doing it. Ooh, when I go back to swap out the saddle, I've got to go check on tires. I have a suspicion I'm not high enough level yet to get good tires, but if I can get one grade higher, that would be worth it. Fuel tank damage, don't like that. I have to use the winch in this spot. But with only one piece of cargo, I think I can make it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Good. Just to avoid potential rolls, we'll go the around way here. And a little bit better fuel economy going back to rear wheel. Oh yeah, I need to manually load, save myself some money. So go around the long way, so I'm lined up nice. I think I can load directly onto the platform without having to detach here. The platform of my trailer, that is. I am gonna throw out the anchors. Thank you, Compu. Let me start by looking for some metal beams. There we go. Do not... That's going to cost me money, so put them over there. So these should be able to just swing right over here, throw them on the platform, let me straighten a little bit. Done like that. Let me do an unpack. You guys are good to go. So now I need bricks. Time-saving feature. Wow, I am super zoomed in. I think I'll just rest these on top here. Yeah, I can just pack and repack. And one more brick. There we go. Now I got a little bit of distance. Just see what I'm doing over there. And unpack, repack. Everyone is good to go. Restore that crane. We are off. So now we got a little bit of challenge going back the way we came, because that river's still sitting there. I think going this direction though I've got a tree or two that I can actually grab a hold of to pull myself back across. As long as I can make that, then it's highway the rest of the way. I think I mowed down the sign there. It knew what it was getting into when it planted itself there. Since it's dark, I want to throw down a couple markers just to make sure I don't wander off into the woods someplace, never to be heard from again. This makes it a lot easier to know where it is that you need to cut off the main road in order to do this hill climb. And I got caught with my front wheels in the air again. It's better. It came to an unexpected dead stop there. And it seems like there may have been a rock someplace. Looks like I am clear of it. Tell you what, slightly better transmission might be nice too. I want the tires first. Around this fallen tree, especially after Ontario. Fallen trees make me a little sick to my stomach when I see them ahead. Those burned out fallen trees are definitely the worst. They're so angry at their lot in life that they have no one to take it out on except you, the only moving thing that they can actually get a hold of. We're just going to nip this in the bud and try to make this climb a little more straightforward. Just going straight for the lockers and roadkill. Using the steering again. That rock helped. Thank you, rock. And I do miss the snow runner transmission. All those extra gears and whatnot. Better balanced trucks that don't pop wheelies all the time. 8-wheel trucks with full-time all-wheel drive lockers. Oh, it's nice stuff. There's the river. The river's probably being a little generous. It's a streamlet at best. But it's got the mud. More importantly, it's got the rocks. I think the rocks may actually be a bigger threat than the mud itself is. Hung up on the stone. Yeah, hey, just go in this direction. Forget trying to go wide, just cut kind of high through the muddy portion. Slipped right through. Hey, old bacon face! Congratulations on being the second, third, first? I'm sorry. I was told that the stream would have no math, so calculate it for yourself. Thank you for the visit. Thank you for the sound effect. It's good to know those are working. We are continuing on hard play from last Wednesday. Don't have anyone hopping into multiplay this time, so I'm having to try to be a little more judicious with my fuel expenditure. So far, I'm not doing a great job. Already down 90 liters. I've only made it to the warehouse and back over the mountain range, so hopefully the highway treats me well. I'm not doing the nonsense where I'm trying to hunt down those drilling parts on the hillside where I just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Because ain't nobody pulling me back up right today. I would have to figure out just how much does it cost to do a recovery back to the garage. And I'm a tightwad now. Ooh, hey, wait a second. Berserker, we got to allow that. Anyone who's calling me a sexy silver-haired beast needs to have an automod taught a lesson. Yeah, Tonka. Tonka Tough. He is the one that... It isn't a stream if Tonka doesn't pop in and somehow manage to get himself auto-modded, no matter what he says. It's... Yeah, auto-mod's definitely a little weird about the words and phrases that sometimes it finds objectionable, and sometimes it doesn't care about. That's right. Hey, thank you for the pop-in. I managed to come by. I lurked on one of your streams this morning for... It's about 4 minutes, but I was actually doing some real work for a change, so I probably didn't even throw my standard emote greeting in. It was a very rushed visit. I'm making my way back over to the factory. I have got the bricks and metal beams on board here. With this successful, and this I definitely should be, then I gotta cross my fingers just a little bit that I got enough fuel to get back to my fuel tanker at the mountain gas station. If I don't, I do have the pickup that can come and help with that. The pickup has basically no shot at flipping this truck back upright if I roll it, but refueling emergencies we can definitely handle. And then I gotta go swap out the saddle for a high saddle so that I can deliver the heavy fuel tanker. I actually do want to keep... Yeah, okay. Just wanted to be sure. I do want to keep to the left. I haven't driven Michigan in a long time. It's like 6 months worth of gas. Sweet. That's the harsh reality in this hard mode here, is that mountain gas is about twice as expensive as city gas, which is usually pretty accurate. Living in Colorado for a long time, it was distinctly accurate. Okay, there's a repair trailer at the garage. I'll have to do that too. Hey, Miss Moon. Oh, I had twins. Oh, baby Jedi and Sith. You did name the other one Sith, didn't you? They always have to remain in balance. Yeah, unfortunately, the siren song of Twitch called, so I didn't get to be there to witness my baby's birth. You can change it. I suppose that's true. Just go down to the courthouse, fill out the paperwork. The judge will make sure that the baby's name is changed. Oh, and you know, Lone and Jedi work pretty well as well. They work well until they get into school. The one named Lone's probably not going to have a very good time. But I don't know. It's The Sims. They may get trapped in a pool with no ladder before they get to that point anyway. Hey, now we're having a good Mooney fest over here. So yeah, for Miss Moon's benefit here, I am rocking the hard mode playthrough just to see if I can do it. I've made it to episode 3, so I didn't instantly run out of cash with an upside-down truck. I was pretty sure that's how it was going to go for me. I did have a little bit of multiplayer help on my last stream. Ask Kampu. I'm not sure if she's hung out on the Miss Moon side of things or just over on Thompson's stream. But she popped in, helped me out, followed me around with the repair and fuel truck, basically. Watched me attempt to do the worst things possible with my truck. Helped out enormously. Bricks. Nope, we had to hit him slower on this Switch Pro controller. And the beams. Okay, I got all those delivered. Today so far I'm rocking it solo, so I'm trying to be a little more judicious in my selection of tasks and lane placement. taken little bits of damage, but I haven't had any real rollover threats yet. And if I'm at half tank right now, I should be good for getting back and fueling up. Now in normal mode, this is where I would say, well, it's just a long, stupid, boring drive that's not going to pose any real challenge to get back to the garage. I'm just going to do a quick recover, do the refit on the truck, and then take off and keep it going. But I can't do that in hard mode. Hard mode, that costs me money. And also, I don't believe I have the facility to refuel when I do a recovery like that anyway. So I have to do at least slightly long, drawn-out drive around. But that way it helps me fill out the time. Oh, one more damage. I don't have a fuel tanker at the garage, but I do have a repair trailer. One of the freebies that you get here in Michigan. Oh, now I'm just sliding around on 4 wheels. Not sure if I've got 4 or 8 in the back, but that was definitely a case of the front wheels not touching ground again. It's been a long time since I've driven a truck that suffers from that. Trying to keep the controller a little farther away from the mic so that it isn't constantly going clack, 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 clack as the thumbstick hits the bump stop along the edges. I have to remember to watch this back on VOD to see if I've moved far enough away to avoid that, because I'm very happy with this mic. I would be happier if I'd stopped driving into guardrails. But it picks up voice really well, and this cartoid mode that it's in does a pretty good job of being very unidirectional. This is Jedi a couple of streams ago was making something over in the kitchen, over that way. You can see where I'm nodding. And as far as I could tell, it didn't pick up a peep coming out of the kitchen, even when the bowls or the silverware would drop and clatter around. But since it's paying attention in the direction that I'm talking, and I got a controller right here, it definitely has a tendency to go ahead and pick that up too. Especially at the moment I've got the gain turned up to help allow for the distance away that I am from the mic, and the fact that OBS won't let me turn it up inside the software any higher. So it's definitely a little more sensitive. This is how we fill the time of doing the otherwise kind of boring anti-normal mode drives, is by talking about microphones. At least until I stare real hard at the road to make sure I'm avoiding the rocks. Also planning ahead, where would I like to drop this trailer so that it's convenient for what I might be doing next. And see, in hard mode, this is where I should be paying attention to what's coming up next. Because efficiency is the name of the game. What I'm going to do... We're going to take my driver's going to take a smoke break while the navigator here is going to check out where I want to drive to next. So that's an interesting shortcut, but not one that I want to normally take. That shortcut is good over to the warehouse, except when I mess myself up with the river. So that all works out fine. Local oh, yeah. That one's not a hard task by any means. When I did it in my normal mode playthrough, I was using the Scout 800 filled to the top with all the spare parts and fuel tanks, which makes it 3 times as top-heavy and tippy as normal. So I'm pretty sure I ended up putting that thing upside down at least once per barrel over here. Can't afford to do that this time. I haven't claimed the scout this playthrough yet because it lives up the hill over here. Oh, hey, Kampu was kind enough to hit a bunch of the... Yeah, I'm just going to call that northern. Yeah, the northern watchtowers for me. So it's got a lot of them exposed. Oh, hey, I actually didn't get to that one yet. Yeah, okay, so it's turned up the locations of a few things. There's that Kodiak you can recover over there. There's the original starter truck that lives down here by the lumber mill. I should probably go get that one at some point. I really want to get that wooden bridge repaired, because eventually I'm going to need to start taking the easy route to town and back. That one I don't even have activated yet. I'm probably going to want to run a side mission here after I finish the heavy fuel trailer, where I'm going to take the pickup around to town. I'm going to go claim... Oh, wow. I actually haven't opened the starter watchtower yet. So yeah, I should run around to the pickup, open a couple of watchtowers, go grab an upgrade or two, claim an extra truck or two just so I have some emergency backups sitting around the map. I think the Scout actually, that one I looked at earlier, it has a full fuel tank. I don't know about I think that's a GMC originally sitting over here. Oh yeah, and there is an upgrade. I was looking at all the missions to see what I've got. That one, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I've already been there, but I didn't have the mission activated, so it didn't count, so I'm gonna have to go do that one again. That one I know I can get to with the Chevy pickup at least. Rock Slide, oh yeah, that's a good one. The service spare parts. Or do I have... Oh, wait. I think I have vehicle spare parts on me. Okay, well, that's not as helpful. But also, there's no way I'm making it across that river crossing, so I need to get this wooden bridge repaired. And that one really does need to be a kind of a priority right now. Stuck trailer... Let's to go back to the park. There it is. I seem to recall it's actually not too hard to pull it out there, but that one is going to be a little later. Concrete blocks. Does this warehouse offer concrete blocks? Will this tell me? Yes, it will, and it does. That one would be good for the cash infusion. I don't know that I necessarily care so much about that particular road being opened, but it's an option. And then the missing oil tank, that one I gotta have a good off-road truck with good off-road tires to get to, because as I recall, this entire thing is just one big mud plain, so that's not going to happen for a while. So if I'm going to go... Nico! Oh, hey, Nico, I don't have walk-on music for you yet. But I do have the command for you. We're going to work on the walk-on music. I've got the tutorial down now for how I need to write my own Twitch bot in order to respond to people when they first join. And then I've just got to hook that up to a sound player. And I'm going to have automated walk-on music going for the important people. But you definitely have the command. Obviously, you know, the Nemesis took priority because Nemesis must be thwarted at all costs. So anyway, all of my musings about tasks, I am going to drop this trailer right here so that it's ready to head out to that warehouse and back in a next step. And then I am going to go ahead and get this truck back to the garage so I can get it repaired and refitted so that I can complete the task that I'm currently working on, because it's all about task management. Also, Nico, I did get jealous about you finally tossing out your Discord invite to your channel. So I finally broke down. I pulled the Band-Aid off, and I've got my Discord open now. There is, for most intents and purposes, nothing of any grand interest sitting on it right now. Starting up in here. I think I made the command. Yay, look at that, I got a command to work. I also put the link down in my About Me section. It's Discord and invite, so even though it's set to permanent, I assume it probably already expired, but I got one out there. We're gonna give it a rip roar. And then, especially for our core, like 5 or so people that tend to converse with each other a lot, we'll have so many Discord servers running that no one will ever actually be able to communicate with anybody anymore. It's gonna be perfect. Jedi scored. Oh, crap. I gotta go change its name. Trademark. I just trademarked it. Ooh, who put that there? At the moment, I still have it set up as Jedi's Tavern. I'm sorry, as Jedi's Academy. I've shifted a lot of things over to Jedi's Tavern, basically to match the overlay that I was able to find. I would like to move back to the Academy motif at some point, but I gotta find an artist who will actually do it on commission for me, I think is what I'm really gonna need. So actually the server's name is Black Lion Rampant, which is the name of my development company, not currently incorporated. Yeah, let's top that up. So yeah, the server is Black Lion Rampant. The title at the top of the server page is Jedi's Academy. It is there primarily in service of my tabletop RPG gaming, but it will now also serve double duty as a community hub for Jedi's Tavern. So it's 9 things all at the same time, because that never goes poorly. If I've got it set up correctly, which is where the Band-Aid pulling comes from, then there's probably not a whole lot to actually see. You should have it set up so that you need some of the particular specific gaming roles in order to have access to a bunch of the tables and things, but meh, I don't know. We'll see where it plays out. I will probably have to tweak permissions here and there, so don't go screwing with things. KDP. I have inquired about the possibility of streaming one of my games. No one... I'm going to think about that absolutism for a moment. I believe no one that I game with intentionally runs their cameras, even when we're just playing on regular old Discord for ourselves. I've got one player who fairly frequently accidentally turns the camera on his phone, and then I've got another one that every once in a while accidentally has it on. So I'm pretty sure they would not go for the on-camera part, but they might be okay with having voices on. It is something that I am looking into, though. Yeah, KDP. Why was I here? Oh, yeah. I need to come down here. Oh. What do I do? What do I do? I am worried that if I switch out for the high saddle, which I know I have to do to pull that big trailer, that crane right there is going to block the front of the trailer. And then I drive all the way over there to notice it, and then I'd have to drive all the way back to remove it again. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off now. It's not going to do me any good on there for hauling that big fuel trailer anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go that way. I'm interested. How much do they charge? $2,500. Oh, that's right. I think it's a $2,500 minimum repair because the garage insists on doing the body work too. So yeah, we are not wasting that money there. But I am going to drive over to my repair trailer over here by the pickup. I'm gonna repair these few extra points of damage that I have taken. Oh, hey, you know what? I forgot to check to see if this has one of those fun decals that you can throw on it. Yeah, only 39 repair points required. Bodywork is only available in the garage. Screw the bodywork. I'm almost out of tires on the service trailer, though. There we go. We are repaired up. Do not need to bring it with us. You know what? I'm here. It's a small waste of fuel, but it's only one extra circumnavigation in the garage. Let's pop back in here real quick. I want to go see... Oh, it doesn't have any fun wraps, but it does have two-tone. What am I going with? The red looks good. Let's check out this bad boy. That one's okay. Yeah, the Hunter Green is my official Jedi Fleet colors, but I'm only going to do that on my regular playthrough. We're going to change that up just a little bit. Just so it's not the stock, boring, old puke yellow color. Okay, back over the hill we go. Yeah, we're going back over the hill. We got to get to the gas station again. I'm going to top up on a few gallons out of my freebie tanker while I'm there. And then the magnifying glass is already highlighting the big fancy trailer that I got to tow back to that same spot I've been to a few times. Oh boy, this truck is great as far as starting trucks go. Man, it is terrible. It is not the worst. It is not the best. Back over the hill to Grandma's gas station. You know what? It probably is. That would make so much sense, especially since it's Michigan. That's where, you know, a bunch of grandmas live. Not mine, but I'm sure some grandmas live there. Okay, get over the rocks. Get over the rocks. You know, this is easier at nighttime when I just can't see the rocks, and then I can just pretend like there's nothing wrong. Follow the length of that tree. It didn't stop me. Around that tree. Oh yeah, this truck drives much better now that it's been painted red. Yep, that was a good call, Nico. Thanks for the recommendation. Just gonna give you credit for it. Unlike on your streams where you get the blame for everything, I'm gonna give you credit for some stuff here. I will top up after I've hooked up. Now we make sure that I actually remember to mount the high saddle, not the low, because this won't work otherwise. Boom, we're in there. Go over here for a moment, just to gas up. And then... Oh, no, don't use that one. I can't use the customer's trailer, because they get angry in hard mode if you use too much of their gas. Yeah, exactly. Yay, grandmas everywhere. I don't have any grandmas left. I don't even have any grandpas left. Jesus, I barely have a parent left. I'm so old. Keep churning, my baby. Nope, we popped our wheelie again. Took off into the bushes. We were able, however, to slow down enough that we didn't have to damage ourselves like that. You could adopt a grandma. It sounds like a thing you actually probably could do. Or you could, like, go to the grocery store and just spot an old woman and just, like, ask for Christmas money. Because, you know, that's what grandmas are for, right? I like hearing my advice play back on that like 7 or 8 second delay on the other machine. It sounded like totally valid advice to just go harass old women at the grocery store. Should the police come asking, I never made that recommendation. I don't know what any of them are talking about. I don't know any of you people. Yeah, sorry, trailer. Okay, I'll try to do it right this time, trailer. I am sorry. Okay, that worked out better. Hey, thanks, Streamlabs. They get to pay us from their Social Security. Isn't that what it's for? Isn't that what I pay into Social Security for? So that my grandkids that I do not have can have it later? I guess that's what it's for. I don't know. All I know is that I will work until 4 days after my death. So someone else is getting my Social Security. Trying to decide if that was morbid or not. I don't think it was quite there, but it was definitely a downer moment. For the record, I don't plan on that happening anytime particularly soon. But I'm definitely cynical enough about it that I have no expectations of actually getting to recover anything. Because by the time I retire, the retirement age is going to be, what, 87, 88, something like that? A truth downer moment. Yeah, that should be in all caps. If you want to trademark that one, you're good. Go ahead and take that one. At least it gives us something conversational while I drive the ultra boring, hardly ever prone to flipping highway. There will come that one point where I'm going to forget to turn the correct direction and like wander off down that way somewhere. And then you will almost catch me swearing a little bit, probably, and then I will have to drive back in order to catch the highway again. Because this is not a good truck driving on not the highway. My whole being is a truth downer moment. No need to trademark yourself. You don't trademark yourself, someone else will, you know. Is this where I caught myself last time wondering, hey, which way do I turn? No, it has been so long since I drove Michigan that I have misremembered 2 turns now. That's a bad sign. After this, I may want to go grab the pickup and do a little exploration to reacquaint myself with some of these map's features. Kampu was kind enough to head over to the Smithville Dam map for me. Got some of that opened up, so at least I'm not going to be totally lost when I get back over there. I do remember where the initial garage and warehouse, farm, and dam all reside. So those have all been re-exposed. And I know there's that god-awful 20 minutes end-to-end drive to climb the mountain just past the dam works. Get all of them wheels turning here in the mud up the hill. Hey, speaking of truth downer moments, how you doing on that one Zelda game? Haven't you finished that yet, Nico? I thought you finished that already. Must have been mistaken. The other important question that I need you to answer, and now, is when am I getting a remake of Wind Waker? I never got to play that in its original form. I discovered after the fact that the 2 Oceanhorn games that I've played and loved on Apple devices of all places. Oops. Okay, this is the one that I have to turn in a different direction. The Oceanhorn games are actually rip-offs of Zelda games, direct rip-offs of Zelda games, and the first one was actually a rip-off of Wind Waker, so I feel like I've played it, but the puzzles are different, so I am looking forward to the opportunity to to do that one. That one was supposed to have been rumored as a remake forever now. I assume that's another Zelda game that you haven't beat. Or there's only one Zelda game and you're still working on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the technicalities on this. Everything on the 64 all looks the same to me, though. All the Zeldas, all the Marios, all the Zeldas and Marios together, it just looks like one long continuous game to me. The days of uber polygons. Though I am willing to grant that as a product of its time, it was pretty damn amazing. I did not have a Nintendo 64 though, so it was just from looking at it. I think just driving into the square is enough. I think it'll take it away automatically. Boom! Pipe dream. Let me stop my engine, save some gas. The factory is online, and we can focus on getting local drilling operations up and running. The warehouse is now available. I like the sound of this. Oh yeah, it's the spot that I'm parked on right now, as a matter of fact. What do I have here? Oh god, more service spare parts. I don't know if I needed... Did I need those? Yes. There is a mission that still needs the service spare parts. And I'm confused about whether I have service spare parts or vehicle spare parts on that trailer. I don't actually need any of your parts, so you just hang out. Oh, that's right, that was a contract, so that just opened up something else. Not a drill. So I want metal beams to the drilling site. That one I would love to take advantage of, but I got to get the wooden bridge open first. Wind Waker received an HD remake on Wii U. Although, I thought there were a number of games that were remade on the Wii U that they then turned around and remade on Switch. I'll look forward to it. I really enjoyed Oceanhorn. Oceanhorn 2 is supposed to be a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. And I started Oceanhorn 2 first before I had my Switch. And you know, it was fun. It was just very different. Well, obviously, now looking back on it, if you know the difference between Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild, they are definitely very different games. I didn't seem to like it quite as much because I think there was just a lot more grindy to it at the time. Since then, obviously, I've gotten my Switch. I've played through Breath of the Wild. I have a huge appreciation for that game. And now Oceanhorn 2 isn't quite as good because it's trying to rip it off, but it isn't as good as Breath of the Wild. But I may someday get around to going back to it. Genshin start? Yes, my understanding is that it did start that way. You see no difference between Breath of the Wild and the Wind Waker? It's probably why you're still playing that one same game over and over and over again. Sure, why not? Where am I? Oh, yeah, I got to get that wooden bridge fixed in order to do this one, because that drilling site wants a bunch of stuff. It's not even going to show me this stuff. Actually, the construction rig semi-trailer is where I'm parked right now. Oh. That is an interesting notion, then. Maybe I should grab it while I'm here and start dragging it back this way. I remember very distinctly that U-turn spot right there is painful, and there is a dip on one side of the road right about there that is fatal to most of my long logging treks. So trying to pull that giant construction trailer down that hill may be a poor life choice. So what I may want to do is go ahead and drag it all the way over here and then just drop it off here. There's no point in running it out there until I've got the bridge actually repaired. So I'll just take it along the pavement. That'll get me back to refuel zone. That will be good. And then I'm going to switch over to the pickup truck. We are going to screw around with the pickup for a little bit. So let's see. I've got that one active. Those three are all active. These are all logging missions. I don't even want to think about the logging missions right at the moment. Yep, okay, yeah, screw those guys. the original release of the game, Steel River Township would be done now, because all of these others, I think, were actually auto-completed in hard mode, because it starts you at the garage so you don't go through these training missions. But the later edition of logging put these other 4 in here, so that's the only reason that one is still active. What do we have? The essentials. Okay, here's... Oh, that one wants to go to the dam. That one, everything wants to go to the dam. That one wants to go to the dam, so I'm kind of ignoring those for the time being. Not a drill is viable on this map, but I'm going to need to get the wooden bridge repaired first. Roger. That works. Local entertainment, I need to pick up for. That I need to pick up for. Rock slide. Rock slide is actually passable without messing with it. That's where it wants the service spare parts and the metal beams. If I start tracking that. This one has metal beams over here, right? Yeah, so that's got the metal beams, so I just need the service spare parts, which can also come from that warehouse, which is more convenient. So I think that may be where we're sticking to. So let me back up to this construction trailer. We're going to start it. It's on its trek. As a honk, baby. And we are going to move this. Oh boy, you are difficult to shout out now, since you exist. Sorry about that. Since you exist on so many different platforms. But here is a little bit of your SnowRunner on Twitch. Miss Moon is also now streaming Sims 4 on YouTube on Wednesdays. And then, so let's see, Twitch is Mondays and Thursdays. Kick on Tuesdays and Fridays. YouTube on Wednesdays. If you follow that link down over there, and then in the About Me section, she's got links to all of her socials. You should definitely go check out all of the fun she's getting up to. She's really sprouting out, so not just a SnowRunner streamer anymore. Lots of fun for everybody. This is a little difficult to navigate properly. Might actually go to first-person view, which is very unlike me, but might be worth the effort here. Is Kick getting traction? That depends on who you want to talk to about it. My personal view and feeling, without any empirical data to back it up, is no, not really, not yet. What sticks to my craw the most is that it is a literal code ripoff of Twitch, down to the point where some of the funny error messages and things are the literal same, because it is literally the same code. Whether they both bought it from the same original source, which would seem weird, or if Amazon is more than happy to go ahead and sell their source code now that they own Twitch. I don't know exactly how it's worked up, but it's definitely still a ripoff. Kick pisses me off because you can't use channel-specific emotes in any other channel, even if you've subbed. I may as well be pissed about something, I suppose. It's also very heavily gambling-oriented, which is just it feels a little dirty to me. I don't know, I'm an American Puritan, I suppose, so things disgust me easily. I don't really know what it is, but I don't feel like it's the sort of site where I want to just casually hand over my credit card information at this point. Not that they are necessarily, have bad intentions or anything, but it strikes me as the sort of site that just isn't going to be super careful about their site security, and that I am undoubtedly going to receive so we had a small database incursion email, and I gotta go to the bank, and screw all that. So I do have an account over there. You can actually add your own emojis without being affiliated over there. So I suppose that's a small bonus, even though it means you can only use them on your own channel. So if you're not streaming, they're a little useless. But I've got my emotes added over there. I follow a bunch of people. We did get Miss Moon affiliated, so she's got the ability to make some cash over there. I know there's something kind of like that on YouTube. I don't know any of the details about how you get the join button that lets people actually pay for a subscription. I didn't notice that on today's stream, so I don't think that's happened yet over there. But I think Kick could grow and get traction and go, but it's one of those that I think it's going to have to rely on some sort of viral component. Someone somewhere is going to have some kind of small breakout in order to draw attention, and then make that a tipping point of some sort. As it is at the moment, I don't have any plans on actually actively streaming from it, but having said all of that, without even trying, without advertising or anything, I'm actually 25% of the way to being affiliated over there, just based on followers now. The threshold is quite a bit lower than it is on Twitch. Kick seems to have a ceiling, unless they massively change and get a random person that blows up. Yes, exactly. I think they need the viral component to actually get themselves on the map. And then they probably need to come up with some other system differentiators in order to expound on that. Because right now it is such a Twitch ripoff. I'm still doing okay on fuel. Ooh, boy, that hurt. I lost it in the sun. Oh, it's because my front wheels went airborne, so it stopped turning. It was turning, and then it was not turning. Let me help pull this trailer around that rock. Maybe if they take off and don't change, they'll get sued by Amazon. What'll happen is they won't change, and they'll get bought by Amazon. We are going to need the winch. I have the poor winch on here, but it's just long enough and just strong enough that I can grab a hold here. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I think even more so than needing someone to go viral, I think they need to invest in that platform in order to make it in some capacity different. I don't know what it is that all the people over there seem to have going against Twitch. So I've watched a half a dozen different streamers, and all of them seem to give off the vibe that they're worried about Twitch, and I don't know whether they think it's going to cease to exist, or if it's going to take higher and higher revenue cuts, or what it is that they're freaking out about. But there seems to be this notion that they need to be on multiple platforms in order to save their revenue stream. And if that's the case, more power to you. I think in part that's where Miss Moon is kind of headed. Not so much from the revenue aspect in and of itself, but the whole idea that it's better for your brand to be available from multiple social outlets. I think I've got the little stubby legs stuck on something here. I'm not entirely clear. It's that really bad time of day, so I can't make out any of the details here. There's no way that tree's actually going to do what I need it to. No. Backwards isn't going to do me any good, so let's see. That'll grab the pole at least. I can get pulled back. Right, there we go. Let's try taking a different line through here. Since I have the lane winch, wasn't able to reach the forward pole, but I think I would be now. Nope, look. It was just stubby legs finding the exact perfect spot to get stuck. Like that 8-slot trailer. Always sticking its stubby little legs where they don't belong. Let's see if I can do this without pushing this into the crevasse, because that would be embarrassing. I suspect that there actually may be some truth to that. At least one that I was watching claimed to have been kicked off of Twitch, which I take to mean 3 DMCA strikes. Although I think, as far as I know, there is a process for you to... I don't know if appeal is the right word, but attempt to get reinstatement. I think it's primarily an apology and a timeout, something like that. Okay, let's park you over here. Oh, that's a really big rock. Don't go that way. Push the tree down if you like. Do not crash into the rock. Or was it a bush? Maybe it's a rock bush. Whatever it is, we changed our minds so that we wouldn't crash and take damage. Perfect. But still, it's 1 point. I can live with a point. I could live with 50 points on most of these systems. But I'm okay 1 point at a time. I think it is in fields. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, and that's where I guess I'm kind of hung up on the technicality of the term. I don't know if it's an appeals process, as in you need to go and claim that no, it was not an infringement, or if you're basically asking for clemency and forgiveness for an event so that you get an extra strike put back on. Fuel, Fleet Star, let's top you up. I'm going to leave the truck sitting here with the high saddle on. So, Nico, this is your job to remember. I've got the high saddle on, so there aren't a whole lot of trailers on this map right now that I can tow. In fact, there may only be that one. But I'm going to leave it there just in case I suddenly find myself with an easy route for getting that trailer around. Because it may come down to being easier to just go ahead and drive this the long way around, drive through town, and come up on the delivery on the backside. But at the moment, what I'm really interested in is whether that thing has service spare parts. I am thinking that those are actually vehicle spare parts. What I would like is one of these missions that calls for the vehicle parts to see if it activates the arrow on it. But I don't think I am going to get it. There's metal beams. Service spare parts, I gotta go to either of those two. So I think that may actually be the vehicle spare parts. That isn't gonna help me right now. Metal beams, and then the oil rig drill, which I think is a 4-slot super-sized container. And I want to say it comes from near the logging station. It's not on the map yet, because it's not active until I deliver the metal beams first. Okay, so I got all that stuff in mind. You clipped what you told me to remember. That is awesome. Thank you. Now it's your job to remember to remind me to go look at the clip so that I can remember what you're supposed to remember to remind me of. Thank you. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Okay, so we're flipping over to the pickup. What the hell are we doing with the pickup? I've already forgotten. A bunch of these tasks. A lot of these tasks, that's the other side of the map. We're going to save that one for a moment. But a lot of these tasks over here just want the pickup. Yeah, this is a good one to start with. I absolutely, definitely cannot just drive straight to it. I've never tried negotiating my way up this hill over here. It looks like it shouldn't work. So just flipping around and following the road seems like the best option there. It's going to get me a little XP. It's going to get me a good chunk of cash. Cash is king right now. If I can keep a decent supply of cash on hand, that will allow me to recover in the event of really stupid mistake. Because if there's anyone around here who has two thumbs and is capable of making a stupid mistake, it's right here. Okay, where's the exit? Oh, it's around there. Okay. Wow, did I blow out a headlight? Cool. I have never seen that in this game before, where you could actually blow out one of your own headlights. I'm not dropping $2,500 to repair the body just to get the headlight back. So now you need to clip the clip? This could go on infinitely. Two thumbs up and capable of making a mistake. Oh, it's a Tay joke. You know, I thought Tay's real name was Taters until I popped onto your Discord, and now I'm disillusioned. I've heard that all you have to do is go down to the courthouse, fill out some paperwork, and boom, legal name change. That's right. I actually have off-road tires on this truck. It's capable of driving in a little bit of dirt and mud. I don't even have to go into four-wheel drive. Crashing into the boulders, of course, is my fault. That's fine. I'll own that. Okay, turn and burn, baby. Let's go ahead and do four-wheel drive. You know what? Honestly, I should go ahead and do low gear now. Because if I try hitting this in full auto, I am going to go so fast that I'm going to flip myself over and over and over. And it's just going to be sad. Can I do this just low gear, no all-wheel? Yeah, but it's going to be better this way. You wish it was Taters? Yeah. Oh, was that Sandwich who was responsible for Taters? I just assumed that it was a bunch of you people doing it since birth. Clearly, I'm a latecomer to the game, so I didn't know where it originated. I do remember Sandwich giving Nolan the name Pollo Nolan. I still do that one, because it's hard to see that name any other way now. Sandwich came up with it. Perfect. Well, on Twitch, it's actually like The Tay Gaming. So I guess you got to fill in some blanks. You have to. Okay, I've revised my earlier decision. Doing this in low gear is just way too slow. I will just risk going too fast and flipping. I think this has an autonomous winch. I think it does? I'm not positive, but I think it does. So I might be able to save myself if I do poorly. We'll see. Oh, hey, I still gotta go way up there. Okay, here's the watchtower. I've been here before. This one's already open. No point in launching the observation because it's dark. Because, you know, snow runner. Let's work our way up the hill over here. Okay, here's road. I found it. Thought I was going to lose it there for a moment. I worked my way back around to it. I barely touched that rock. I formally declare rock injustice. I'm coming for you, Dwayne. Oh, now I'm stuck on a big pointy one. Nope, nope, he made it over. Way to go, pickup. You know, I hated this pickup from early game usage. I think it's when you start it, it's got the really poor highway tires on it. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want this one. Is this where I need to turn? Yes, this is where I need to turn. We are going low gear because this is looking scary. That's their road, they say. This is where I am led to believe I am supposed to drive. Well, so far, even without the flipping risk, I'm having trouble. And in this case, I actually mean flipping. It's not a euphemism. A lot of sideways dragging here. Is this the way we're gonna do this? I guess so. Well, maybe. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if I was driving my own personal vehicle, this is not the way I would be going. Stop drifting. Just go straight. Okay, park it up here with the chair. Place beyond the spruces. Six gas. This is the spot. Beautiful, isn't it? Dwayne the Barely Touched Rock. That's his new name. So, man, another grand. Nice. Oh, we are low on fuel. We are almost worryingly low on fuel. We may need to address this immediately. Missing oil tank. Oh yeah, that one's gonna be difficult to get to. That one needs stuff that I can bring from the warehouse. That needs good truck tires to get to that trailer in order to bring it back. Rock slide, that needs fun stuff from the warehouse. And this one is pickup accessible. Except maybe that barrel alpha. Alpha with an F, I would point out. That one just worries me a little bit because I had so much trouble trying to drive that really top-heavy Scout out there. I bet this pickup probably wouldn't even notice it. Hang on, I gotta... Since I can't see anything in the damn dark, I need to double check best way to get off this hill. In theory, going straight down that way would be doable. I don't know if I am in favor of theory, though. Let's just try backing off the hill. Way to go nice and slow. Let's go back to low gear. This is sketchy at best. I think he made it, though. Okay. Minor victory. Acceptable. So let's get back down off of this hilltop. And then I can cut straight across the farm, up the little hill, to the gas station where the fuel tanker awaits me. Let's see if 19 liters is enough to do it. Woo! For Carl! Hey! 2 games left in the regular season. With a little bit of help, the Avs could actually win the West, but it relies on a bunch of losses here and there, and then you got to win out the last 2. So it's probably not going to happen, but it's technically possible. I think they've definitely got a lock on the top 2 in the West now. If they lose out, they'll still hold number 2, so they'll still have home ice in the first round regardless. How many Avs games have I gone to? Well, this season 0 because I don't live there anymore. But historically, Mrs. Jedi used to work for a company that was a board sponsor. So that as a company, they had access to purchasing tickets. They didn't get free tickets, but they had access to purchase tickets for every game. It is usually, I don't know, 4 to 6 ticket sets. So they had a lottery system. Any employees that wanted a shot at them could enter the lottery, and if your name was drawn, then you were able to purchase the tickets. But they were face value tickets. The company wasn't scalping to its own employees because it wasn't that bad a company. So we won that lottery drawing quite often actually. I've been to first and second round playoff games. I have not been to a third round game, and there was 0 chance of being able to actually get any of the Stanley Cup games. The first 2 years they won them when I still lived there. That definitely wasn't going to happen, but yeah, playoff games are awesome. Hey, I've only used 4 liters, and I'm over here at the base of the hill leading up to the gas station. Not even front-wheel drive. Third round, is that conference finals? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, there's a wild card, then division. Or is it conference, then division? I don't know. Especially now that they've mixed and matched. You can actually have 5 teams from the same division in the playoffs and 3 from the other, so the West is the conference. Okay, so it's wild card, then division, then conference, then Stanley Cup. Yep, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Even though technically speaking, the way they've got it set up, you could have the division playoffs all represented by just a single out of the 2 divisions, so that's pretty stupid. Scritch. Stop engine. Refuel. Hey, look at that. That's not bad. Let's take a look at our missions. It was a wonder if that was a Jetty story. Yes, that's it exactly. My random musings as I drive the pickup across the dirt road. Do I want to use the pickup to go see about picking up some upgrades? You know what, that might actually be a pretty decent use of time right now. Oh, especially. Come over this way, go pick up upgrade number 1, link up with this road, go unlock the bridge task, because I'm needing that one almost pretty badly at this point. Then I can hop back up on the highway. I think this makes a good point to drop down so I can get over here to pick up that upgrade on the little island. Kodiak. I thought that was tied to a task, but it might just be sitting there, and if you can repair it, you can have it. Which is pretty much the way that the Fleet Star that I'm currently driving works out. But let me go start by by checking out this upgrade and getting the wooden bridge unlocked. I don't think the forest is actually as thick as it looks right there. I think I can just plow straight through it. Let me go get that open. And then at that point, see how we're doing on fuel. And if need be, I can come back over here to fuel back up. One of the other options is I could invest in a scout fuel tanker for this guy, so we can drag gas around with him. But I would have to buy the gas separately from the tanker. I believe it holds 900 liters. So that's $3,000 almost at the station on the mountain here. It would be, so what is that? 1,800. Yeah, I think it's $2 a liter in town. So maybe I wait until I get this guy cycled around back toward the city. 1,800 might be a good amount to go ahead and spend on filling up the scout trailer. Especially, how much cash am I up to now? Ooh, 15K. Nice. Nowhere near enough to buy a new truck yet, but definitely good enough to keep me out of immediate mortal jeopardy. That is enough to take care of the what if the dumbass rolls himself down a hill conundrum. It's a popular conundrum. I believe it was Socrates who originally posed the question. There's definitely some water here that I would like to not drive through. I think there's definitely some water I'm going to have to drive through a little bit. I don't like the looks of that. I don't like the cut of that jib. Ooh, I do like this right here. I cannot bounce on the rock. I think I can cut through. I'm gonna risk coming over to the water's edge here because I don't think it's very deep. I think this tree will mow down. Yeah, there we go. The SnowRunner transmission. And it is good for a lot of vehicles. Not the Fleet Star. But the one that I'm in, it'll go on. And I believe finding it like this means there is now one in my inventory, so I would not have to pay for it. I like free stuff. This is the stretch where I don't think the trees are packed as thick as the map actually makes them look like. Usually there's a pretty direct correlation. If they look thick on the map, they actually are. But I think this is one of the few spots where it can go a little lighter than it otherwise looks. I am going to have to fight my way around a little bit. Actually, I didn't get hung up on a tree. I backed up just to be precautious. Precocious. Whatever. Didn't really need to drive through that bush like I did, but I did. So now I'm stuck in the mud. Am I stuck in more than just mud? I thought I'm flooring it, and I'm pulling on the winch, and I am not moving. That usually reeks of stomp. Root ball. Nope, it was just slow. Big surprise, SnowRunner, it's dark, so I couldn't actually see what the wheels were doing. Although I think we're nearing dawn, finally. This task unlocked. It's going to be a moderately big deal. Looking forward to this. If I can get through the mud to it. Something shifted, but there wasn't text. I don't know what does that over there. Wooden bridge. River is swollen, and it's bad. And if you've got a truck with good clearance, you can actually drive along the side of the bridge and hip-hop your way right over, as it were. Show task. Yeah, that's what I want. Start tracking. It just wants 2 wooden planks. And the wooden planks are just on the other side of the river at the lumber yard. Like so. There is a shallow water crossing right here in the dark area. That's all you need to get over there. So that is what I should go target. I got a weird sound effect coming through my headphones, which means it should have been coming off of my desktop, but I don't know what it is that would have made that noise. So if you see anything fishy, you just let me know. Okay, so he's at 88%. Oh, do I want to go... Should I go looking for that upgrade now? There's one upgrade over here, and I think there's one other... Yeah, one other that got turned up just up the hill from town over there. What's that? Oh, there's a sideboard trailer just waiting over there for the town storage. Oh... Okay, this is kind of starting to look pretty good. I won't have to go grab that other trailer. I won't have to in order to go take care of this bridge. But if I can fill up... Do I want to drive over there, fill up the trailer with goods that need to make their way back over here? And then, just park it at this crossroads, waiting for the bridge to be repaired first. That's more driving than I think it really is going to be worthwhile. So, I think I'm going to take the truck as is. I'm even going to take it with the high saddle, because the trailer that's sitting over here I can just hitch up to. I can use it to come grab the boards over here, swing over here real quick, open up the bridge, and then I have a much easier and shorter drive to get back over to reconfiguring the truck or getting to that warehouse. I think that's going to work out the way I want it to. Ooh, hang on, there is... I've done this to myself. I acknowledge this. But there's one other thing. There's one of these. Technically speaking, this would shorten stuff by just a little bit. It'll also get me $1,500 in the meantime. So maybe I do want to come run up here. Run over to the warehouse, pick up metal beams and concrete blocks, bring them back down here to the fallen power line. Wow, I hope that you're able to deliver them on this side too. Some people, me, don't need shortening. Yeah, that is true. Short people don't got no reason. There's a song about it. So, it must be true. Though, to be fair, since this isn't your stream, I don't have to be mean to you, so I don't actually need to be here. But I wouldn't really consider you to be that short. Yeah. Start tracking. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're just doing it. Take that. We're just gonna do it. Whoa, there's more wheelies. Semi-short. Yeah, exactly. KDP goes on. You're talking about you like you're 5 foot nothing. Definitely not that true. I have heard KDP, but I have not seen KDP. So I can only assume that she's, I don't know, 3'4"? That would make sense to me, at least. Hey, you remember that part where I talked about not bothering to swap out the trailer saddle? Yeah, I totally forgot that I didn't swap out the trailer saddle, so this will actually not work. Plan number 7539 already busted. So, I am going to go back to what I'd originally mused on. I'm going to go grab the sideboard trailer, pick up the wooden planks, fix that bridge, drive across that bridge to come back over here to get that big trailer that I just drove by, and I am going to haul it over to the drilling site just on the city side of that bridge. And then I can come back over this way, swap out my saddle, and begin doing the other cargo delivery stuff. Okay. My apologies to myself for completely screwing that up. And actually, as far as content for this stream goes, that would probably work out to be getting the bridge repaired. Depending on what time it is at that point, because it will probably be a little after 6 then. Perhaps I will buzz over real quick to grab the big trailer and then haul it back across the freshly repaired bridge. That will be about as far as I'm going to get today. I think on a good day she's 3'4". And no, I don't remember what you clipped about clipping, me clipping, you clipping. There's probably something really important though. I do know that I've got to work on my Twitch bot so that we get walk-on music. Because that is just going to be a personal victory for me to have actually completed a small project. Rather than getting distracted by shiny things or, you know, actual paid work things. So, any of the rest of that stuff I can freely forget. Too much clipping. So yeah, clip here now the fact that there's too much clipping going on so that we remember to not clip things we need to remember in the future. What do we have over here waiting to be picked up? Oh, but don't crash into a tree, please. However, oh, that is imminently towable. Are these the concrete blocks? Ooh, hey, look at that XP for finding the trailer. Don't be quite so far back. And that trailer full of concrete is so heavy, I may not be able to get out of here. Oh, nope. Okay, my problem was that I'd somehow accidentally slipped into neutral. I don't know why the tires were animated spinning while the truck was in neutral, but that definitely explains why it wasn't moving. Give you a moment, because you have to clip the clippers. Yep. After you finish it, I'm going to give you permission to not have done it in the first place. Oh, hey, that's actually rendering very nicely. There's a pickup out there that wants to be rescued in the water, but it's in a lot of water. And I have crap tires, so it's going to stay out there in the water for a little while longer. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without causing damage, and doing it without backing up would just be convenient. Taking my little side trip here, I may end up wanting to buy some $2 gas when I get over to the city side of things. This truck is also going to start losing grip. This much of a load and this much mud in the middle. So I want to stay up high over here in the grass. And also have the winch ready to go. If I keep at least two up here on the lawn, I may make this across without stalling my progress. One of these days, I'll remember to get back to the garage to swap out the saddle, and then I will remember to check to see if I've gained enough levels to get better tires yet. Oh, thank God, it's finally clipped. That will be the one that shows up on other channels' shoutouts now. Infinitely. And it will be weirdly non-contextual. And everyone will stare at me and they will laugh and they will call me names. So, you know, standard procedure. Okay, we're up, we're driving, we've got blocks in tow. I'm very tempted to just abandon this trailer over here once I've delivered said blocks. Because I don't need to haul this monstrosity around with the extra heavy cargo. Until I've got somewhere for said extra heavy cargo to actually go. I don't see... Oops, nope, it didn't take. There we go. I don't see a yellow square over there on the other side. I may only be able to deliver stuff over here, so... That may have accidentally worked out okay in my favor. So we are going to leave you right there. Now we are going to head for town. Probably in our best interest to go ahead and spend a few bucks on gas. Go grab that sideboard trailer, hit up the lumber yard, get the bridge fixed. And that will probably be where we're going to call it for this week. If I am left parked at the repaired bridge with the high saddle still on, there's a 30% chance that is the reminder to me that I should go grab the oversized trailer and haul it around. Really going to end up eating my cheese. I just made that saying up. It's going to be when I hit the point where I've got the trailer over there. It's going to say, no, you can't actually deliver the trailer because you need to deliver the dry goods first. And the dry goods, you need to go back to using the low saddle. So after you bring something over with the low saddle and deliver it, then I'm going to have to go back again to reconfigure into high saddle. It's going to be a service. So I'm going to buy me a big red nose and some floppy shoes now because we know it's coming. So how much is this one? This is only going to be about $100 to top up. 106. I'll take it. That's fine. I'll drop the cash. There's no way that free trailer I've got with the prepaid fuel is going to last me for the entire Michigan region. So I'm going to have to buy gas at some point. So at least I'm buying it at the cheaper station there. Oh, yeah, I want to change mission here real quick. To bring up the wooden bridge. There we go. Let me run over here and grab this trailer. I am not going to drop it. I will say it like it's hot, though, but that is not how I'm going to drop it. Oh, we are sliding. This truck has no weight on its front end. It's It's not even a cab over, and it's got no weight in the front end. Speaking of that, someone had pointed out that there is a Ford cab over in this game, and it's supposed to actually be a really good early game truck. So once I've got my cash reserves built up so that maybe I can actually buy one, that might be what I want to look into. I hate this trailer. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But it's working to serve a purpose right now, so I'm going to use it. Can I drop down into the back of that trailer park? I think I can. I'm going to give it a shot. That will give me pink slip on that GMC. That will allow me the extra emergency backup truck. There we go. And it's a little damage. I guess I'll just have to live with it. There you go. New truck discovered. So I own that one. Oh, 100 experience points. That was also probably worthwhile. What am I up to? 880 out of 1200. I think repairing this bridge is worth maybe 200, so I'm going to be close. I'm about 2 tasks away from another level. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't have the loading crane. So that means I gotta decide, am I gonna drop 300 bucks to load these planks now? It is 100 bucks just for the gas, so it's gonna be a minimum of 200 to drive over there and back anyway. So I'm just gonna suck it up. I'm gonna put the emphasis on suck it up. I'm just gonna have to pay the 300 bucks for someone else to load it for me. That's a hint disappointing, but to be fair, I knew eventually it was coming. Sooner or later, I was going to forget about that. And I was going to be in a bind. I was just going to drop the cash. So there it is. Hot cash dropped. Ooh, crash. Gotta go get the loading crane. Can you walk? Oh. Every once in a while, I've heard people talk about the notion of being able to get out of the truck and walk around. While it sounds fun/funny, I don't know that it would actually do very well for this particular game. So, no. I could walk back to the garage to point at it and say, oh, yeah, I want one of these on my truck, please. But I just don't have the hand strength to be able to pick it up. Diff lock. Oh, okay, that's making a difference. I'm a little muddy here. Oh, that's right. This dude has the highway tires. Just a little bit of help. Just a little bit of help. I'm gonna stay out of the mud. Ooh, that was a lot of help. That one was good. A little worried that paying for that extra 50 liters of gas, it may come in super handy. I guess by worried I mean the opposite of worried. I'm relieved that I dropped 100 bucks on gas. Because I'm probably going to churn through a bunch of it here in super low gear. Look at that, I can see where the bridge is right there. And this one I did know you could drop off materials at either end of the bridge, so this one I wasn't worried about. It's the downed power line that I think you can only perform the repair on one side. Oh, hey! I accidentally found another upgrade. Woo! Raised suspension. Who's that for? It's for me! Well, now I got something else to mount up when I get back to the garage. And yeah, you can clip that, because I said mount up. We are progressing. There's a stump. I was trying to think, are there stumps in Michigan, or did they not frustrate me till later? Nope, there they are. There's just not as many in Michigan. At least on Black River. Just in case this is a different task. No, it's the wizard. Just in case it's something else, I want to go ahead and hit that while I'm driving nearby. Wasn't a problem. Pull on ahead up here. Get my $300 worth. No, I don't need to detach the trailer. Just stop for a moment. Woo! Build me a bridge! It is the world's crappiest looking bridge, but it's done. Ooh, only 120 XP, but 1,400 bucks. So at least it covered the cost of loading. Pretty darn good, if you do say so, you darn self. Woo! Go! For rock and stone! Oh, wait. I vaguely hear hydration. Good. Luckily, hydration is a nice long one. Okay, I got the engine running. Let me pause here. Ooh, nice and room temperature. But there was a nice triple hydration just for you, for sticking it out here. What I am going to do, before calling it a day, is I am going to drive over here and at least get hooked up with the supermassive trailer. Because, yeah, I am totally going to miss out on the whole idea that, oh, by the way, I've got the high saddle on. I should remember to make use of it first. I'm going to screw that up, so. All I got to do is putter over here to the other side of this muddy field and up the slight hill, and that's where I left the trailer parked. Yeah, I'm actually making kind of decent time through here. I'm not used to that. Do you ever warm it up after or keep it at room temp? In this particular case, because it's the Coffee Monkey mug and it's got that, I think for all intents and purposes, it's basically a sticker around there. It does not microwave very well. I don't know, it probably has lead in the mug too, for all I know. I don't know, so I haven't thrown it in the microwave. So a lot of times, yeah, I don't make a full mug anymore. I'll make about a half a mug typically. Sometimes I screw up and I put too much in. That's when, like today, I put too much in, so I got to leave it sitting on the coffee table instead of over here on the broadcast table. So yeah, and a lot of times I'll go ahead and drink it cold. It's not as pleasant, but it still tastes like coffee, so that's got the big bonus to it. Mrs. Jedi, I got her one of those super fancy Ember mugs. It's got a built-in battery pack and its own plate warmer, effectively. It's built into the base of the mug, so it'll actually keep your coffee warm for an extended period of time. I think it'll do it for 3 or 4 hours. And you can control the temperature that it keeps at. I have several times thought to myself, hey, I should just steal that for the stream. But it's not a Coffee Monkey mug. So I feel a little bad about forsaking the poor monkey. So I haven't done it yet. I did do one stream where I filled Darth Mug. The Darth Mug is the one that I used on my test stream because it doesn't count that. So I filled Darth up and sealed the top, and then it works like a thermos. So I was able to pour warmer coffee into the Coffee Monkey as we went along. That worked pretty well, but it did involve actually having to, remember and pay attention and do work. So I don't know how frequently that's actually going to happen. Take this cut off. See, I got the good in talking, so instead of just latching up and waiting for next time, I'm going to go ahead and try driving it back across the river over my fresh new bridge. Because, you know, you got to test the bridge to make sure it's working. And then I'm definitely going to shut down because I am on dinner duty tonight. Mrs. Jedi super soaked a bunch of beans last night and into this morning. So I am making a bean soup. I gotta do a little onion prep. But I think most of the rest of the stuff is already set to go. Just throw it all in the Instant Pot. Give it, I'm just going to say 15 minutes for now, because I've got it written down somewhere how much time I actually want to allot it. Oh, yeah, okay. This is me. I knew that I was getting cutting myself a little short of where the stubby little legs actually want to go. It's possible that maybe we'll just end the stream here if I can't get hooked up to something good to pull with. Yep. The trailer itself wasn't in too bad a shape. If I gas up with the reverse and the diff lock and everything in, ooh, that was my best shot, I think, there. Okay, we're gonna have to think on this one a little while. I definitely got myself stuck in an obvious hole because I was too busy musing about the coming bean soup. So we're just gonna leave that truck parked right there for the next, say, week or so. We'll figure out on the next run how to get it out of its predicament. It says that there's no winch points, but I think that's based on where the camera is pointed. I think there's a little copse of trees over here to its, what would that be? It would be at its left side, the driver's side. I might be able to grab onto one of those. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to detach from the trailer and play one of those stupid games, but that can come next week. I definitely want to thank everybody who is at the moment, primarily Nico, but anyone else who's out there lurking, hi, welcome in. Glad to see you around. I'm going to pick someone, hopefully, to go raiding. I don't always have the best success on that. It seems that most of the SnowRunner streamers that I follow tend to be roughly European. So most of them are in bed now. Like Miss Moon, who visited early, she stays up way too late. So she was able to come and visit late and already bailed out. Let's see. Killer Cowboy, he is up and streaming SnowRunner. He's a pretty cool dude. Let me bring up... let me go to my regular channel page so that it shows me everyone that I follow who's currently streaming. Oh, there's Killer's Road. I like him. I think he's based out of Mexico, but he does a bilingual stream. I would say he's in the Dominican Republic. No, he's got Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Peru, Panama, Florida, New York. He's got everything tagged, so I don't know where the hell he's from. But yeah, he definitely does a lot of bilingual streaming, so that is definitely entertaining. At the moment, he's driving one of those little skip loaders around in his game. He's loading some metal beams onto something. So I tell you what, if I go back to the other window, let me load up Killer's Road into the Raidomatic. There we go. I have to type all the way out to Killers before he shows up. Get that raid started. Okay, now we're grooving. So thank you all for coming in. I'm going to be back on Saturday. I am already pre-committed. This is unusual for me, but I am pre-committed to continuing on with my Metroid Prime Remastered game. Been totally blanked for a moment on what the name of the stupid game was, but yes, I'm going to continue that one because I just got I opened up the new section where there are the actual moving aliens rather than the the regular random monsters that come after you. So I'm going to continue that then, and then next Wednesday I'll be back here to continue on with this hard mode. I'm going to continue on with the multiplayer hard mode until at least the next truck pack is released. I'll probably do one stream where I play with some of the new trucks and one of my other backup saves, and then continue on as is until Season 10 is released, but that's at least 2 months out. So I got plenty of content. I think I'm good to go. I'm going to play you some music, and then we're going to kick off on the raid, and I will see you next time.